Give me
It's Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 4, verse 16. Thus the righteous that is dead. This is 21,
6,
6 and 17.
6.
Wisdom of Solomon 6 and 16. For she goeth about seeking such as are worthy of her, showing herself favorably unto them in the ways, and meeting them in every thought.
Yeah, so that's talking about wisdom. All right, just like in Sirach, it goes into how you obtain wisdom. And it's also going into it in the book of Wisdom of Solomon. All right, go ahead.
But the very true beginning of her is the desire of discipline, and the care of discipline is love.
And the care of discipline is love. Love is keeping the commandments, of course. Okay, go ahead.
And love is the keeping of her laws, and the giving heed unto her laws is the assurance of incorruption.
Yeah, it's the assurance of incorruption. It's really, overall, it's talking about taking heed to the scriptures. Okay, and stand within the scriptures is the way you avoid incorruption. Like Nate, and he don't want to deal with definitions. You got to go into the definition. You got to deal with the name of the Lord. You got to deal with the mark of the beast. You got to deal with 2/3 being put to death. You got to deal with hate in the Bible. As far as balut, you got to deal with these things if you're a man of discipline. Okay, it's just like with martial arts. You start off with a ground basis. Okay, and you got to know your basics. If you don't know your basics, there's no way you can further yourself in your discipline. All right. As a boxer, you gotta know how to stand properly. Set your feet apart. Keep your hands up, chin down, things of that nature. That's discipline. Within the scriptures, you gotta have a discipline. You can't just go to church and never read the Bible. The discipline is you're a student. You're at school, so you gotta study your craft, which is the Bible. There's no way a pastor should say something and you just okay it. You gotta go home and study it. Ask questions. You know, go into definition. Go into genealogy. Go into the geology. As a disciple, okay? That's a disciple. That's a person that's disciplined in their craft. Okay? If you hear about major boxers talk, boxers that go professional, they always tell you two main things that they do. They always tell you about the basics, right? They always tell you, and the second thing is, no, they tell you three things. They tell you about the basic techniques. They tell you about working out, which is your chastening. And they always tell you about past people that they learn from. You know, as being students. You hear about great Mike Tyson, always talk about Muhammad Ali, or Rocky Marciano and things like that. You know what I'm saying? But then you'll see them in the gym working out, going crazy with their workouts. Okay? You'll see these things, man, and these people. That's being a disciple of your craft. Okay? So we've been disciples of our craft. Us working out is studying in the scriptures. Okay? Us getting proper technique is keeping the scriptures. Okay? Us being a student is learning from those who are before our time or above our time. Okay? All that pride is not associated with discipline. Emotions is not associated with discipline. There's no way you can be disciplined within the scriptures if you got pride. Okay? Because if you're serious about your craft, you're gonna do whatever you have to do to get better, man. You could be doing this for years, and somebody could come up 2 years after you and teach you. Okay? If it's right, it's right. It's wrong, it's wrong. You know what I'm saying? And on the other hand, you could have somebody that's been in for 36 years. It don't mean that because you could find something. Don't be, you gotta be sincere about what you're doing, man. You can't want to knock somebody out because you want to do that in boxing. You gotta be determined, and you gotta understand. All right? Because guess what? Like, when I go to the gym, a lot of people want to knock people out, and they spar and they throw a lot of arm punches. They don't know the technique. They just know what they want to do. They don't follow technique. They don't respect the craft, man. They go in the gym and hop up. I want to be on the team. I want to fight and go here and go there and fight. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't put in no work. You got to put in work, and it's true. Okay? You gotta respect the technique, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Like what's that? The old rapper? Don't sweat the technique. Don't sweat the technique. You know what I'm saying? And GMS got the technique. We have the technique. We go into words. We are true disciples of Yahweh Shai because we deal with the words, we deal with the precepts, and we actually keep the law, statutes, and commandments. All right? You don't hear about nobody in GMS committing pedophilia, man. If I say GMS is what we're doing out here, you're not gonna hear none of us committing pedophilia. And if you ever hear that, they're gonna be kicked out, they're gonna be rebuked, we're gonna wish death upon them, all kind of things. Not like these churches, like Eddie Long, you accept them right back in, man. Okay? Like the Pope, he'll commit pedophilia and you accept them right back in, y'all blow it off like it's nothing. That don't happen within the proper discipline, within the proper channels of discipline within the scriptures. Okay?
And incorruption maketh us near unto the Most High.
And corruption maketh us near unto the Most High. So if discipline makes you incorruptible, then incorruption makes you close to the Most High. So the things that we learn, this here is spiritual. Just like people say the man wrote the Bible, that this and that, you believe in the Most High, but man wrote the Bible, it could have been anything. That means you're taking power away from the Most High. Even if you don't believe in the Most High, it don't matter. The Most High is the Almighty. He is that He is. So He does have the power to control this Bible, making it up to this point. Okay? Making it all, that shows how powerful the Most High is, for you to know that it's for the so-called white man to know that it condemns him to death, and he still couldn't destroy it and had full ability to. Okay? On a physical level, the Most High put a spirit on them, man. Okay? Had them turn around and actually keep the Bible afloat through these pilgrims that came over pushing the Bible on the slaves. Okay?
Therefore, the desire of wisdom bringeth to a kingdom. If your delight be then in thrones and scepters, O ye kings of the people, honor wisdom that ye may reign forevermore.
Yeah, so you got to honor wisdom, but in order to honor wisdom, you got to have discipline. You got to read. You got to study. You got to go into definitions. You got to pray. You got to be sincere. You got to have true character. You got to be disciplined, man. Just like I said, it's easy to correlate it with martial arts. It's the same thing. Damn, they're just a different topic or different subject matter. You know what I'm saying? You can't go into martial arts and just hop in the ring and do something to somebody, man. Just like you can't go to church and come out of church and tell somebody about the Bible, man, and talk a big fight. Okay? You can't talk a big fight in boxing because it's gonna come a time that you're gonna have to show and prove. And that's how it is with the scriptures. Okay? You can do that in street fight. Talk a big fight and somebody has backed down, but when the fight is on, everything that you say, you gotta back it up. Okay? You're basically, in fighting, when you talk all that shit, you're basically being a prophet. Because you're saying it before it's happening. Like Conor McGregor, he talks, I'm gonna knock him out in this round. That's prophesying, man. I'm gonna knock him out in the first round. You know what I'm saying? If he do it, then he prophesied correct. You know, when people say, I'm going to beat him, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that, I'm going to knock him out like Ali, he said, I'm going to knock him out this round, that round. Okay? But if you're disciplined, then you're able to back that up because you understand what you're doing. But if you're just talking shit, time will show and prove. Okay? As it always will. All right, you got something?
Yeah. You were talking about the wisdom. Proverbs 16 and 16. How much better is it to get wisdom than gold, and to get understanding rather to be chosen than silver?
Yeah. So, and this thing, it's not about being right. It's not about being the best. It's